India's history spans thousands of years, shaped by its land and people. It is one of the world's oldest civilizations, rich in culture and diversity. Let's begin our journey through India's epic story. Imagine a city of meticulously planned streets, houses with private bathrooms, and a sophisticated drainage system. This was Mohenjo-daro and Harappa, thriving metropolises over 4,500 years ago. In the fertile Indus basin, one of the world's first great urban civilizations was born. Merchants guided bullock carts through bustling city gates, trading goods as far as Mesopotamia. Craftsmen shaped clay and cast bronze, creating elegant pottery and figurines. This was a society of builders, traders, and artists. Yet a profound mystery remains. Their beautiful script is undeciphered, their voices lost to time. What stories did they tell? What gods did they worship? We can only guess. After nearly a millennium, the civilization faded, not from war but gradual decline. Perhaps the climate changed, or the river shifted, leaving cities stranded. People abandoned their urban centers, moving eastward. The great cities crumbled, buried by the sands of time. A monumental chapter closed, but the story was far from over. A new sound was about to fill the air. As the Indus cities fell silent, the air filled with chanting, the dawn of the Vedic Age. Indo-Aryans migrated in, bringing new gods, Sanskrit and the Vedas, some of humanity's oldest scriptures. Life revolved around fire sacrifices, with Brahmin priests memorizing thousands of verses. Society stratified into classes, priests, warriors, merchants and laborers, laying the foundation for millennia. In forest hermitages, thinkers asked, what is reality? What is the self? These questions birthed the Upanishads. The focus shifted from ritual to internal contemplation, sparking a spiritual revolution. The era also laid scientific foundations. Altar construction led to geometry, and astronomy tracked celestial bodies. The number system, including zero, began to take form. In this age of sages and sacrifice, the seeds of India's philosophical and scientific genius were sown. The Vedic Age was not just about ritual, but about the search for meaning. Its legacy endures in India's spiritual and intellectual traditions. The story moves forward, as kingdoms rise and empires are forged. A new power was about to unify the land. The Mauryan Empire was on the horizon. Out of small kingdoms, a new power rose, the Mauryan Empire, unified by Chandragupta Maurya and his advisor Kautilya. Kautilya's Arthashastra detailed statecraft, taxation and espionage, creating a centralized empire. The empire reached its zenith under Ashoka, who, after a brutal war in Kalinga, was transformed by remorse. Ashoka embraced Buddhism, replacing conquest with Dhamma Vijaya, victory by righteousness. His edicts, carved in stone, promoted peace, tolerance and compassion. Ashoka built hospitals, planted trees and sent Buddhist missionaries abroad, spreading a local faith worldwide. The lion capital at Sarnath, now India's national emblem, symbolizes his legacy. Ashoka's reign marked a watershed moment, an emperor who turned from the sword to the path of peace. The Mauryan Empire set the stage for future greatness. After its fall, a new golden age would dawn. After the Mauryans, India saw regional kingdoms, until the Guptas ushered in a golden age. Their reign brought peace, prosperity, and a flowering of culture, arts and sciences. The poet Kalidasa wrote masterpieces like Shakuntala, while temples and sculptures reached new heights of beauty. The Ajanta cave paintings captured vibrant tales of life and faith. Scientific genius flourished. Aryabhata proposed a spherical earth, calculated pi, and laid the foundations of trigonometry. The Indian numeral system, perfected here, would change the world. Nalanda University became a global center of learning, attracting scholars from across Asia. The Gupta era was a beacon of knowledge and culture. Its contributions enriched the world, from mathematics to art. But as the Guptas waned, new forces arrived. India was about to enter an era of profound transformation. A new synthesis was on the horizon. As the Gupta era faded, India became a mosaic of regional powers until armies from Central Asia brought Islam to the subcontinent. The Delhi Sultanate marked the start of a new chapter: conflict, but also cultural fusion. Indo-Islamic culture emerged in architecture, music, and language. Persian blended with local dialects to create Urdu. The Qutub Minar and soaring domes transformed the skyline. In the 16th century, the Mughals swept in, building a magnificent empire. Akbar the Great promoted religious tolerance and debate, seeking harmony among faiths. The Mughal era reached its zenith with the Taj Mahal, a poem in white marble, fusing Indian and Persian styles. Miniature painting, cuisine and music flourished. The Mughals left an indelible imprint, adding richness to India's identity. But as their power waned, new players arrived by sea. The age of empires was about to begin. The world was coming to India's shores. The struggle for control would reshape the subcontinent. As the Mughals reigned, European traders, the Portuguese, Dutch, French and British, arrived by sea, seeking India's riches. They established trading posts, but as the Mughal Empire weakened, their ambitions grew. The British East India Company, through cunning and military might, gained control over vast territories. The pivotal Battle of Plassey in 1757 gave the company control of Bengal, opening the floodgates for conquest. Over a century, the company extended its dominion, draining India's wealth to fuel Britain's rise. In 1857, a massive rebellion erupted, but was brutally crushed. The British crown took direct control, and India became the jewel in the crown of the British Empire. The British Raj had begun, setting the stage for a new kind of struggle. The fight for freedom was about to ignite. A long march to independence was underway. The British Raj brought railways and new systems, but also subjugation. Indians were second-class citizens in their own land. Discontent grew, and Indian nationalism was born. Educated Indians dreamed of self-rule, and the freedom struggle began. Early efforts focused on petitions, but a new generation demanded direct action. Mohandas Gandhi emerged wielding satyagraha, non-violent civil disobedience, as a powerful weapon. Under Gandhi, the movement became a mass uprising. Millions boycotted goods, refused taxes, and courted arrest. The Salt March of 1930 was a defining act of defiance, capturing the world's attention. The British Empire, with all its might, struggled to suppress a peaceful revolution. The path to freedom was long and marked by sacrifice. Leaders like Nehru, Patel, and Bose galvanized the nation. World War II weakened Britain, and finally, in 1947, India gained independence. But freedom came with partition. India and Pakistan were born, and millions were displaced in a violent migration. At midnight on August 15, 1947, India awoke to life and freedom. The struggle had ended, but a new journey was just beginning. A nation had to be forged from the ashes of division. The challenge of building a modern India lay ahead. A new nation was born facing immense challenges, healing partition's wounds, integrating princely states, and lifting millions from poverty. Prime Minister Nehru laid the foundations for a secular democratic republic. India adopted a constitution guaranteeing rights, and universal suffrage. Nation building began. Dams powered industry, and new institutions nurtured scientists and engineers. The Green Revolution made India self-sufficient in food. In the 1990s, economic liberalization unleashed entrepreneurial energy, making India a global IT powerhouse. Cities like Bangalore and Hyderabad became symbols of innovation. A new middle class emerged, though inequality persists today. India is a vibrant, diverse democracy. Ancient traditions coexist with cutting-edge technology. It is a young nation with more than half its population under 25. The children of midnight are shaping a 21st century giant. The story of India continues to unfold. Our journey through 5 millennia nears its end, but India's story is far from over. It is written daily in the city's clamor and the village's quiet wisdom. India has absorbed, reinvented, and survived, synthesizing countless influences into a resilient whole. Ancient philosophies thrive in the digital age. Rituals and languages endure. This continuity is India's greatest wonder, a living connection to our collective past. The future holds immense challenges, environmental pressures, inequality, and political complexity. But India's energy and spirit remain its greatest resource. The story will have triumphs and struggles, but the wheel of time keeps turning. We leave this story at a pause, not an end. The lotus of Indian civilization continues to open, revealing new chapters. To know India is to feel its pulse, to be inspired by its resilience and diversity. The whispers of the earth have become a roar of life. And this story belongs not just to India but to all of us.